Hello, friends. Hope you're doing well. Hi, I'm Abhinash, and a warm welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, let me start with a brief synopsis about myself. I'm an alumnus of ICFI Kolkata and possess close to 20 years of experience in almost all facets of human resource. Today, I'll discuss with you the correct way to answer the interview question: how would you describe your leadership style, or what is your leadership style? If you have been managing people, this is one question you may be asked by the interviewers. This interview question is a common way to assess a candidate's leadership experience, knowledge, and style. Interviewers ask about your leadership style during interviews to understand your approach to problem solving, communication, conflict resolution, team engagement, and to see if it suits the company culture and role. Leadership styles refers to the specific methods and philosophies managers use when leading and supervising their teams. Examples of these styles include the way managers make decisions, plan and organize work, exercise their authority, etc. First, we need to understand the four leadership styles which I am considering here. However, please note that there are several other styles too. Let us first check four of the most preferred leadership styles. The first leadership style we look at is autocratic leadership. An autocratic leader takes a top down approach, makes decisions on their own without input from other people. Also known as authoritarian leadership, this is a high control approach. The uneven distribution of power between the leader and the rest of the group is significant and clearly visible. Some of the characteristics of autocratic leadership are strict control over work and performance, clear expectations, which may include specific instructions on how tasks should be completed, little or no opportunity for input from others, a tightly structured work environment, emphasis on results, efficiency, and adherence to established processes. When to use autocratic leadership? Autocratic leadership is a traditional approach that, in many ways, is less popular these days because it has the potential to curb creativity and generate resentment among employees. However, there are situations, particularly in a time crunch, when a leader who is assertive and responsible for their decisions can be an asset. For example, in an emergency situation or moment of crisis when there is no time to deliberate and quick and decisive actions are necessary. With an inexperienced team where nobody else has the knowledge or experience to provide meaningful input. In a high risk environment where different opinions could spark confusion or put people in danger. Next is democratic leadership. A democratic leader gets other people involved in the decision making process and tries to find a balance between the needs of individuals and the goals of the organization. This people oriented approach, also known as participative leadership, prioritizes open communication and values collaboration and diverse perspectives. Some of the characteristics of democratic leadership are solicits inputs from team members, aims to build consensus around key decisions, welcomes feedback and suggestions, empowers employees to take responsibility, fosters a sense of trust and respect within the group, focus on both results and employee satisfaction, encourages continuous learning and development. When to use democratic leadership? Democratic leadership can be an effective approach in situations where different perspectives can lead to more innovative solutions. For example, startup environments when a group is trying to reach a common goal by solving complex cross functional problems. During periods of organizational change, when input and engagement can help on buy in and support from team members. In established businesses that can leverage internal insights and expertise to develop new products and services. However, a democratic approach isn't ideal in high pressure situations or crises where decisions need to be made quickly. The third leadership style is laissez faire leadership. In the context of leadership, a laissez faire work environment is relatively hands off. While following this approach doesn't mean a senior should check out and hope for the best, it does mean taking a step back and getting involved only when asked. Some of the characteristics of laissez faire leadership are also known as delegative leadership. A laissez faire leader provides team members autonomy and flexibility to make decisions, solve problems, and manage their own work. This leadership style is also characterized by teams that have clearly communicated goals, objectives, and milestones, accountability with minimal guidance and supervision, freedom to pursue individual ideas and initiatives, easy access to tools, additional resources, and training, authority to self organize and self motivate, a work environment that can easily change and adjust. When to use laissez faire leadership? A laissez faire approach requires a high degree of trust in your team's expertise and motivation. It also comes with some risks. For example, if you trust your team and have provided minimal input towards the final product, there is a possibility for interpersonal conflict and misunderstanding when the final results fall short of your expectations. However, with trust as a foundation and thoughtful milestones and frameworks in place, laissez faire leadership can be an effective approach. For retail environments, empowering workers to take action on their own can lead to better customer service experiences. In creative industries, where individual innovation and originality are highly valued, in technical environments, where the ability to act with flexibility and independence can help achieve the best results. The final leadership style I'll refer to here is visionary leadership. Visionary leaders have the ability to conceive original and even audacious ideas for the future. Visionary leaders don't just inspire others to rethink what's possible, they get others on board and ignite the passion needed to bring those shared dreams to life. Sometimes called strategic leadership, visionary leadership is often used interchangeably with transformational leadership. However, there is a subtle difference. A visionary leader has their eyes on the future, taking a strategic approach to move toward their long term goals. A transformational leader shares a vision with their team but works to start that change in the short term through talent development, innovation, and new ways of thinking. What are the characteristics of visionary leadership? A high level approach that keeps the focus on the big picture and long term goals, a strong organizational culture that supports the vision, collaboration, creativity, and open communication, and finally, confidence in the team's ability to achieve the vision. When to use visionary leadership? Visionary leadership can be particularly valuable during periods of significant change or new beginnings. For example, in startup environments, when there's a clear vision of the goal the company wants to accomplish, but no clear path to get there. When launching a new non-profit organization, when the change you want to create is clear, but you are unsure how to have the most meaningful impact. During an organizational turnaround, when a clear vision of the future can help re energize workers, instill a sense of purpose, and create momentum to help overcome challenges along the way. Most managers will find themselves in one of these four leadership categories. You need to reflect on which of them suits your style and frame your answer accordingly. I'll provide two sample responses for you now. Since a laissez faire leader provides maximum freedom to team members, my first response will be an example for laissez faire or delegative leader. And the response is I believe in the laissez faire style of leadership. I give my team members the autonomy and freedom to complete their tasks to the best of their ability. About 1 year back, when we had to plan recruitment of both blue and white collar manpower, For an upcoming warehouse, I held brainstorming sessions where I encouraged my team members to share their ideas to complete the assignment. The open discussion created a positive work environment where each member respected the ideas and opinions of others and took up responsibility based on their core skills. As a result, we created a time bound plan and delivered the results timely as per the expectation of management. I trusted my team to do their best, and they too exceeded my expectations. So, this is my sample response 1, wherein I have based my response based on laissez faire leadership. Now we come to my sample response 2, which is short and crisp and is a combination of both participative and delegative leadership style. And the response is, when I start working with a new team, it is more of a participative managerial style where I encourage all team members to share their views whenever I have to take an important decision. However, as I get to know my team members over a period of time, I slowly start delegating tasks to them. Hence, to conclude, my managerial style is a combination of both participative and delegative managerial style. So, this brings us to an end of today's session. Hope you've liked my presentation. I'll wait for your comments on my video and happily answer any questions which you may have. So, until we meet again, thanks, have a nice day, bye, take care.